there. I just wanted to make a quick video updating on what is currently going on the live feeds. I don't know about these 24-hour live feeds that everybody's talking about. I don't know if that's something different than what I watch. I watch my live feeds on Paramount Plus, and that means for me it's not running 24 hours. Like, it's on for me to see 24 hours, but I hop on during pockets of my day when I am able to actually do Big Brother, because I do other things that are time consuming and don't always allow me to do this. I would love to just do this until the show is over, but there's other things and other responsibilities going on. So at this current moment, as you can see, I am driving, so I'm not able to actually record the live feeds. I do have some footage that I'm going to be putting up later, that I did record before I got in the car. I missed out on Monty's conversation with Brittany, but what I was looking at was two things. Alyssa was talking to Monty, and Alyssa was crying to Monty, and she was saying that she feels like she's now the target. Monty was doing his thing, which was to help her feel better and to reassure her that there's reasons for him to send Brittany out. He was telling her that Turner, who he is a close ally with, has said many good things about her. So Monty was just doing his Monty thing, where he's trying to make her feel better, but also not really commit to saying what his real preference is. He presents everything like it's some kind of debate or dissertation or something, where he'll just say, I have reasons to do this and I have reasons to do that, and it can go either way. That's kind of the conversation he had with Alyssa. He was alluding to conversations that he had with Brittany, which he said made him feel like he didn't trust Brittany and made him have some questions for Taylor. Honestly, I feel like right now Monty is in a position where it's either he executes what's best for his game or he executes what's best for Turner's game. Because in my personal opinion, if you get rid of Brittany or Taylor, or Brittany and then Taylor, which is, I know exactly what Turner would love for him to do, and you're in a situation where it's you, Turner, and Alyssa as a final three, that means you are in a position of having to win. Because I don't care what Turner says about this final two deal. I think that Turner ultimately would love to go to a final two with Alyssa, because he would have a much stronger resume than her. I think that's the truth. And I think that if Monty is not careful and executes Turner's wishes, he's going to find himself on the wrong end of the law if a Turner wins that last one in the final three, because then he's out of there. Then, of course, we cut to what always tends to be the most important conversations, which are the ones between Taylor and Monty. Taylor is presenting her with arguments about why he does not want... Monty is presenting Taylor with arguments as to why he doesn't want Brittany to possibly be there next week, because he's like, Brittany stands a stronger chance of winning. And then he's telling Taylor, I'm very aware that if I put Turner up as a replacement nom, you guys will be chomping at the bit. You guys as in whoever he takes down. Let's say he takes down Alyssa, or if he takes down Brittany, one of them plus Taylor will be chomping at the bit to get Turner out of there. And then he keeps talking about this thing about Turner being his shield, and also he's saying that he wants as much assurances as possible that next week when he can't play in the HOH competition, that somebody is going to save him. If he doesn't, that somebody's going to save him for that. And the thing is, he's saying that he's had final two conversation. What's her name? Brittany has had final two conversations with everybody in the house except for him. So he feels like as soon as Brittany has an opportunity, it's up for him. And he feels like the girls, he can't really trust them to be on his side. Whereas with Turner, that presents him with one more week. He trusts Turner, I think, to an extent, because I think at this point, they know with this few numbers left, anyone can turn. But I feel like he trusts Turner more than he trusts Brittany or Alyssa. And I know people don't all agree with this, but I feel like even though Taylor and Monte have built this bond, especially since the time that Joseph left, I feel like the events that happened early on, there's this little layer of distrust between them. I think they like each other personally. That's who they're connected most with in the house. But I think that either of them feel like at any point, as soon as I turn that back, a knife could be stabbed in it. Taylor actually asked Monte before I had to cut off the live feed, which I think that I do have on video. She said, "What do I have to do to make this like final two thing happen between us?" And Monte, he didn't give a direct answer. I'm very impressed with Monte's ability to ride the fence, but I think that we are also getting to a point in the game where he has to make that hard choice. Do I want to rock with Taylor or do I want to rock with Turner? Because rocking with either of them and what either of them want presents different options for him. Like if you want to rock with Taylor, that means Turner's got to go, and that means Alyssa's got to go. And if you want to rock with Turner, that actually means Taylor's got to go and Brittany's got to go. That might not necessarily be the case for this week. He might be able to make a safe-ish kind of choice this week, but it's going to be the case next week, definitely. So that's where we're at. Him and Taylor have been talking for a while. I don't think that they just keep looping and repeating the same thing, where he's like, I don't really trust Brittany. But then he also said at the end of that sending home Alyssa might be best for his game. But he's also telling Taylor, like, I'm not necessarily thinking about what's best for your game. I'm thinking about what's best for our game, for my game, and how it aligns with your game. So it's a possibility for me to do what you want, but it's not a guarantee, which is something that Monte is really good at, which is not making any kind of guarantees. Monte just kind of says, these are my sides of the argument, and I want to hear everything you want to say. I give Monte so much credit for that. Monte is like, he's really good at listening to a lot of different things, not having strong reactions to them, and not really revealing too much, but like, and say, I'm going in this direction. X had to do. That's what something that people keep mentioning in the comments, is that X had to make a stand, and X decided, I want the two weaker competitors to be with me in my final three, which were Azah and D. The choice, and I'm going to choose the person with the lesser of the resumes, which was Big D. So Big D finished in second place that season. I feel like because none of these people had a really strong game plan, he's in a spot where Taylor could beat him. He's in a spot where Turner could beat him. He doesn't trust Brittany, and he doesn't trust Alyssa. So it's either he has to go with people that he doesn't trust, or he has to take two strong competitors with him who could potentially beat him in a final two. So it's not going to be some unanimous vote anymore, especially without Mike in the picture. Michael was the only one who had a resume that was kind of like a resume that stands above everyone else. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've got. I'm going to see if there's anything in the chat. It doesn't look like I'm able to see that right now. If you guys are talking, I'm sorry. This is my first time doing a live. So I'm trying to see if you guys are saying anything. I can't see anything right now, but next time I do live, I'm gonna have this all figured out. It might just be that nobody's making a comment. Yeah, that's what I have for you guys so far. I'm about to sign off, and thanks for watching.